in the Scene Snobs podcast.
Welcome, everybody, to the Scene Snobs podcast. I'm your host, Mick Manhattan, joined as always by my co-pilot on this magic carpet ride, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Producer Paul. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. How about you today, Mick?
We're doing well. We're doing good. It's been a pretty crazy day, busy day, but I am excited for it. We got a lot of fun stuff going on. We're going to continue on with our Directors Bracket tournament. We have 32 directors left, 16 challenges. We're going to bring it down to our Elite 8, which we'll finish off next week. So make sure to stop back. Go check out the first 64. You might get really pissed off. I know I did. But
It hurt. It hurt.
We have Sir Sturdy back again joining us for this. It's going to be a great time and some very familiar names. So we'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments. Make sure to sound off. And guys, make sure to follow, subscribe, because I'm tired of being in the 2000s. I want to be one of the greats like Mr. I just love podcasting and talking movies. So follow if you like us. But we got lots more. We got lots more out there for you to check out. But okay, that's a lot of butts. It's a lot of big butts too. I'm excited.
Cannot lie.
I cannot. One thing I do want to say, guys, coming up, and we'll talk about this a little bit more later, but coming up next week is the premiere of one of our new shows, and that is Monster Video. It's a horror hosting gig where Sir Sturdy himself will be hosting with his sidekick, of course, Ouija, along for the ride, and I'm sure we'll have guests along for the ride as well. We'll be watching Curse of the Swamp Creature from 1964. It's going to be a really good time. We're doing public domain movies right now. You're going to be able to watch this on the Scene Snobs and Sturdovision YouTube channels. We're going to have a fun time. I hope you guys join in and be a part of it because we encourage all of you to hang out. Now, with that being said, Paul, what's going on with you, bud?
Not a lot, just mainly just work. It's still hot, trying to stay hydrated. Taking care of the employees. Had to miss out on a movie yesterday because the Duns got into some weird food last night. So we all were like, yeah, we're not making it to the movies last night, unfortunately. But our fellow honorary family member, Matt Branch, still went and saw the movie and let us know his review, which is probably wrong. So I'm excited to go see it this weekend and see I Know What You Did Last Summer and catch up on a few things.
Nothing wrong with that. I'm looking forward to checking it out. I was never a huge fan of the original. Well, you know what? I didn't get a chance to check it out yet. I didn't get a chance to check out Eddington or anything else that came out besides our first and only movie we'll be reviewing tonight. But I will make sure that I get reviews out for the rest of the movies as soon as I see them. And make sure to join back next week because we're going to see Fantastic Four and we're going to want to talk about it. But here's the deal, everyone. I'm going to kick Paul out. And I am going to review for you a little movie I like to call The Smurfs. My things are all turned around here, but it's right. I checked out the new 2025 Smurfs movie. And then, to say the least, it was a Smurfs movie. Yeah, I wish I had more to offer when it comes to the Smurfs. I didn't mind the cartoon as a kid. It was fun, and it had really positive vibes to it and positive messages in each episode. So as far as the Smurfs goes, it was more of they're iconic in the way of the 80s. Like you can think about that cartoon when you think about the 80s. It was so important. And they've made movies since, and they should. This is a very good series for what I would call like young kids, like maybe toddlers. I'd say they'd probably grow out of this about 5 or 6, but these movies do work. They try this with maybe 3 or 4 movies back in the early 2000s into the teens. But now they're back again with an all-new one. This is not connected to those movies. This takes place in the live-action world. It starts out in Smurf Village, and then they kind of like travel. It's a multi-dimensional movie. Yes, another multi-dimensional movie. Even the Smurfs are doing it. It's a hardcore musical. It's not like the other Smurfs where there was some singing. This one actually goes hardcore. It's got Rihanna playing Smurfette. So, of course, you're going to see it. James Corden's along for the ride at No Name Smurf. They had to add a new Smurf named No Name Smurf to this. I am picking this apart as a movie. It just wasn't a great movie all around. They've added new characters like a brother for Papa, or was it a Papa Smurf, things like that. The big red Smurf, as I call him. And they had a few others, but they tell this whole tale and they kind of reinvent what the Smurfs are. They call them like these guardians that go out and they protect good. That's an interesting concept. I'm not against it, and I think it's a good thing for kids. Anything's better than like a Caillou TV show or movie or something like that. So like with the Smurfs and their messaging here, it's on point. I think it works for kids, and that's great. Is this a smart movie to show kids? No, but I never really thought the Smurfs was. I thought the Smurfs, again, had good messages. It's good for kids. It's like the Wiggles. You can have a good time with it, but it doesn't add any depth or anything, and this movie definitely doesn't. They do have some cool concepts here. There's some fun jokes to kind of fly by. James Corden is just boring in the movie. I didn't like his character or the arc that they went with, and it just didn't really go well. Rihanna is very monotone in her acting. There's no real emotion that comes out of it. But she is an amazing singer. So so there's a trade-off. But Smurfs overall is one that you can miss or just wait till it gets to your home to stream with the kids or something. It will definitely make the little ones giggle. But if you get to 6 or 7, they're probably tuning out. It's just too juvenile in that sense. They have a cool idea at the end where they kind of flip through different dimensions and you see the Smurfs in different animation styles. I thought it looked cool. I thought it was a cool concept, but they did that in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness as well. I didn't really need it with the Smurfs. But if you guys liked it, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys think. I gave it a 2 out of 5 stars. Again, good young kids film. They can watch. It's got a good message to it. A lot of familiar voices in the movie and such. So maybe you'll enjoy it too. The music was fine, but I have nothing memorable to really talk about in terms of what the songs were. So maybe you'll skip this one if you're not really into the kids movies or you don't have any kids. But overall, yeah, 2.5, not bad. The animation's okay. It just doesn't really look good with the live action aspects of the movie. But yeah, that's my review of Smurfs. I want to say thank you guys for joining in and listening to that. And I want to bring in some power hitters here. Some real power hitters. And by power hitters, I mean they hit that very powerfully. Each other.
Right.
Each other. That's what they. Oh, sorry. I wasn't quite sure where we were going with this. But guys, welcome. Let's give a big round of applause to our man, Sir Sturdy from Sturdivision channel and Horror Sir Sturdy podcast.
Appreciate it.
My fellow panelist on Popcorn and Pints and the producer of the show. Welcome.
Yes. And man, I am the producer of Popcorn and Pints. I never even thought about that. Triple P.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
Popcorn and Pints producer, PPP. Not the loan though.
You do a good job with it. The show runs well, and I always enjoy being a part of it. Actually, we have it tomorrow night. You want to tell them the movies that we're reviewing?
High Noon, which is the greatest of all time.
That's not what I said.
12 Angry Men.
I said it's widely. First off, I said it's widely considered the greatest Western of all time. Don't twist my words, sir. And it is.
If that's one of the greatest Westerns of all time, I hate Westerns for a great reason. They suck. I don't ever want to see a Western in my life again after seeing this movie. I'll save that for tomorrow, though. I'll save that for tomorrow.
God.
You guys got to see Popcorn and Pints, and you'll see more.
There is no Western you want to see at
all. Just one.
Which one?
You wouldn't even consider that a Western. One, Mel Brooks one.
Oh, Blazing
Saddles.
Okay.
That's the only good one. Other than that, everything else I've seen, boring, the same, stupid.
This is all right. Because nobody's privy to the conversation we're having right off the air. This is going to sound like I'm trying to appeal to your race. But it's a top. I shit you not, and I am documented in my.
There's one that came out on Netflix, though, that I did mean to check out.
Yes.
I know which one you're talking about. I actually did interview. Is that the one with Idris Elba?
Yes.
And I interviewed Liz. I forgot. Actually, the very first episode of Popcorn and Pints.
Liz Priestley.
Liz Priestley. She's amazing. Shout out to you.
Yes.
That one I'll check out. Too. I'll check out.
No. You're thinking of the wrong movie. You're thinking of the wrong movie. You're thinking of Concrete Cowboys, which was good.
Yes. Which wasn't that based? It was something in Philly, wasn't it? Based on
That
some
was
true thing?
based on
Okay.
horseback riders in Philly, in the city
The
of Philly.
horses. The horses what got me mixed up. Well, that I'll watch.
I would like you to check out. It was directed by the Bullets, and it stars Regina King is in it. Idris Elba is in it. He plays the bad guy. Jonathan Majors plays the good guy in it. Lakeith Stanfield. It is black cinema at its finest. But the reason I say is not because you're black, but because if you're going to watch a Western, that is a top 5 Western. And I think you're really appreciative more of newer Westerns than you are of older. And this is one of the newest, best Westerns that have come out. So, and because of what we were talking about off the air, that's why I think that would be a good fit for you.
You should try The Hateful Eight.
Yeah, I do agree, but he's not a huge Quentin Tarantino fan.
Oh, that's
I
right.
don't mind Quentin Tarantino.
Oh,
He pissed me off with Death Proof.
Nicolas Cage is in the movie.
for you.
So that's all.
Never
Step
mind.
up.
Never mind. Never mind. See?
Really? Why? What's wrong with that?
No, he said Nicolas Cage was in the movie.
No, he's not.
No, I said he's not. I said
Oh,
he's
I thought,
not.
you said Nicolas, I thought you said Nicolas Cage is in the movie. I was about to say,
No,
I was
no, I said
tempted to
he's
watch it
not.
until you said that.
Samuel
Okay.
Jackson, Kurt Russell, Walton Goggins is in it. There's a slew of people in that movie. It's fantastic. It's a really great movie. And they made it into like a cool TV store show, like a 4-piece show that I thought was pretty good too. But you could just watch the movie. But The Harder They Fall is in top 5 Western for me. I think you love it.
You just said that this was the best Western of all time or whatever. And
I
now,
said this is widely considered the best Western of all time.
Yeah, but you
still stand by.
But now you're just telling me that there's a top 5 Western after telling me this about this, and I think this was the worst movie I've seen this year.
What?
By
Then
far.
you, sir,
Wow.
you, sir, are the outlier on this.
If I didn't have to watch this movie, I would have fallen for the show. I would have probably fallen asleep.
What are you
It was
talking
terrible.
about?
It was terrible. But we'll
This
talk about that tomorrow.
dirty.
And this
The
is why you
funny
guys
thing
need to
is-
pop in the popcorn and pints.
The funny thing is that things that you really don't like about old Westerns, this movie dispels. This movie is almost the funny thing is it's widely considered. I'm saying it again on air. Widely considered one of the greatest Westerns of all time, if not the greatest Western of all time. And it is also widely considered to be the most anti-Western movie because it is literally dispelling the idea that the West was this glorious thing where everyone was like noble and like the one noble person in it is the only noble person in it. Everybody else is a coward, well, his wife ends up, she like regains that. Oh my God. I have so much to say about this movie tomorrow. It's too bad I won't be there.
It will be
Punishment movies galore.
for
But
him.
yeah, all right. Can you, I do not want to ask this next question.
Oh, I can't wait for this.
Oh,
What did you
God.
think of 12 Angry Men, Sturdy?
That one you got to tune in for tomorrow at 9:00 Eastern time. You can't get everything for free. Well, it's going to be free, but you can't get everything the day before.
Can you type
Nope. Nothing.
just an idea? Liked or hated? Liked or
We'll see.
hated?
We'll see.
That's gonna hurt
like
so
that.
much. And I don't
See.
know if he's like just doesn't want to tell me because he knows I'll just stay on this and like try and convince him. But I'm gonna sit on that show. Like we're supposed to play in a Phasmophobia challenge tomorrow after the show. And do you think I won't like you shouldn't want me to not show up for the show tomorrow because that we're gonna have a 24-hour podcast tomorrow because I'm not going to shut up until I win you over on these movies.
That's not going to happen. You already know that's not going to happen.
Did you at least watch my documentary before
Yeah, I watched that before I watched High Noon.
and it didn't sway anything.
No. I'd rather watch your damn documentary all fucking day than watch that fucking High Noon
Wait,
bullshit.
first of all,
Oh my God.
who says that about
Really?
their friends documentary?
It was good. It was more entertaining than that dumbass movie. That movie was
In fairness, you sold it as I'd rather watch that documentary.
I didn't mean well, it came out like that, but it was more so like I got more out of that than I did out of that fucking movie.
If that's the case, Then I have another documentary that I made it's the same thing, but Dan's at the end and it gives a more thorough 40-minute explanation of the McCarthyism. So it works out for everybody. You can watch another one and it's a little longer. He's never going to do that. He's never going to do that.
I'll watch it.
I know you will. I appreciate you. Sturdy over here. He does
man,
not appreciate me or my movies.
I'm just being honest. You don't want me to lie to you and say I liked it. That wouldn't be right.
You could have lied to me. I would have been okay with that.
Nah.
I would have been okay with that lie.
It would have hurt my soul and hurt my movie heart for me to lie and say I liked something I didn't.
Sturdy would be on his deathbed and be like, we have to tell Mick that I really didn't like it. And just be like, I would not believe you. I'd be like, no, you should. You're going to go to heaven for allowing me to.
You know what? Those would be my last words. that would really fuck with you if that'd be the case.
Oh, that would be worse. I'm so afraid to see what you're going to think of 12 Angry Men. One of the greatest courtroom dramas of all time.
You got to stop saying that, Mick.
I am no, you're the outlier. You're the outlier here. Everybody loves those movies. I'm not crazy.
You can't say everybody because I don't. And I'm just talking about the first movie.
Okay.
Who knows how I feel about 12 Angry Men?
I think I know how you feel about 12 Angry Men. You can't put more white people in a movie and Sturdy's going to love it.
If I gave you some Western suggestions, Sturdy, would you at least try them just to see if I'm right about Westerns?
I was afraid of High Noon anyway.
I'm going to be honest, probably not.
That's
Can I hear it?
It's a genre I don't like at all. So I wouldn't watch like vampire movies. I don't really care for, so I don't watch them on my free time when I watch horror movies. Only when I'm reviewing them. And if I happen to like the ones that I'm reviewing, I'm not talking about Sinners. That's different.
Well, Sinners isn't a Western. It was in the 20s.
No. I said vampire. For horror. Like I'm like for my shows, I'll watch those type of movies that I don't like or the genres I don't like because I have to. But on my free time to like watch something enjoyable, I'm not gonna watch something that I know I don't like.
Okay.
Horror is different. You just throw that on.
What's your recommendations? I want to hear
first. Sturdy. This is Sturdy specific, you guys. So this isn't me saying these are the best Westerns ever. But I'd probably go like.
All I said was about. First off, I said that High Noon was widely considered. All right. And then I said was a top 5 film for me.
It's the widely considered part. I don't care about the accolades because it makes it worse for me. Then it's like this is supposed to be this great of a movie. Oh my god, this is no.
It is. You have to accept that it is. Just because you don't like it, you can't accept that it's not.
Yeah, but if I don't like it and it bored me, I don't have to say that it's a great movie because I don't like. I disagree with that. I'd rather go outside and watch garbage trucks crush garbage than watch that movie for the day.
All right. First off,
7.9
on IMDb, 95% on Rotten Tomatoes, 4 out of 5 on Letterboxd. High
But
Noon.
that's you know what that is though, right? That's all opinions of everybody. There's no facts to it. If it's good or bad, that's all opinions of how people feel about that film at the end of the day.
I don't know how to argue this. Yes, you're right. It is your opinion. You are correct. It's
just like Rotten Tomatoes, that's people's opinions. Those other critical opinion. It's still an opinion.
But I think where I come into play, and I think it's just a way of thinking, right? You are when it comes to talking about movies, you are very like I liked it or I didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. I do it a little differently, and that's not saying better or worse. I think I try to remove myself a little bit. So is High Noon, it might be one of my favorite. It's definitely in my top 5. But so it hurts even more that it actually is in my top 5. But and you don't like Westerns, and that's okay. That's okay. And that is okay. I don't keep saying that to convince myself. Don't worry. I do. But I don't know what to say. Of course it's your opinion, but at least you have to at least be willing to be like, it's objectively a really well-made movie.
I don't think it is.
I might throw up. I'm not going to throw up.
Maybe the cinematography, but I mean, as far as everything else, it's boring. It sucks. I didn't care about it. And again, if it wasn't for the podcast, I wouldn't have watched it. I would have took a nap.
Sturdy, if I had to give you two movies that I think might win you over Western style, maybe specifically for you, I'd go Young Guns and American Outlaws.
No way.
Yeah. I think that's Sturdy's vibe. I'm like I said, that's why I preference.
Oh, it's definitely more action packed.
Yeah, I think that'd be Sturdy. I think that might be where Sturdy's like these were tolerable for Sturdy specific.
Yeah, I'm too much of a snob. I can't. I can't.
Or even Cowboys versus Aliens. It's kind of horror-ish.
Yeah, that's the thing. You shouldn't like it. There are horror. I mean, I'm so upset right now.
Why?
All right, I'll tell you what, Sturdy. Your favorite Western from now on is going to be Tremors 4. It's over. We're just going to give
Does that count as Western?
That was 100%. Took place in Western times. It was all their descendants from back then. I love that one too. The Sand Dragons. Or the Dirt Dragons, or whatever they call them. I love that movie. So I think that's one of the better films in that.
It's
and
more Western than sci-fi?
Huh?
Is it more Western than sci-fi?
Have you seen Tremors 4?
I don't think I've seen Tremors 4.
You need to watch Tremors 4. It is not a sci-fi. It's a straight up Western with Tremors. I mean, I guess you could say the Tremors are science fiction for sure. That's been set up that way, but I always look at more horror than anything. So I would say more horror Western. And there's quite a few of those. There's quite a few of those that you may like because it's not.
It's kind of like RoboCop being more action than sci-fi. I hear you. Okay.
So when Diddy gets home, he offers you $1 million to come to his welcome home party. You going?
Every time. Every time. No, come back.
Wait. Say that again.
Diddy's welcome home party, right? So he's out of prison. He has a welcome home party. You get $1 million to go. Are you going?
No.
Every time.
No. Do you realize you're the one that's getting the baby oil next?
You don't have to do anything.
You guys got to be initiated. Break them in.
At least I get the baby oil. Life fucks me with no lube.
What? Okay. Well, listen. The absurdity is real, people. It's always here, so we need to embrace it. I cannot believe you hated. I'm out. Anyway, that was
I made
fun
him mick himself on his own show. That's funny.
I mixed my. Yep. I will do it. I'm an equal opportunity mickist.
I'm great, man. I'm legendary.
I don't think anybody. Well, no, people have made me leave before. I left during an interview. It was going poorly. I was like, I'm out.
Yeah, but for other reasons, though. This is a different kind of reason. This is a reason to be proud of in my end.
No.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You cannot like High Noon. Fine, I'm not going to argue that, but you can't say.
How can I say it's not a well put together movie if I don't think it's a well put together movie?
I don't know.
Because like I think The Seventh Seal is boring, but I'll acknowledge it's a great, phenomenal movie.
All right, we need to move on because I'm furious now. Top 5 countdown: classic movie directors. I know Sturdy's not going to have the director of High Noon on there.
I mean, unless he did something else that was bad, that wasn't a Western and an actual good movie, then maybe.
You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
But if the director sat down and was like, listen, man, I want you to watch the best movie I ever made and put this shit on, I'm like, yo, get the fuck out of my house. Take this shit with you too.
Is it Back to the Future Part 3? Is that your favorite Western? Is that your favorite Western?
I don't remember that movie too well. I'd have to watch it again. I didn't hate it when I watched it, but I don't remember it. Well, first one's what I've watched the most. By far. Can't argue that one either, Mick.
I can argue everything. All right. Let's go with number 5. Sir, did you do a list for... I don't know why you would.
Wait, for what?
Classic.
You didn't tell me to do a list. You told me to show up for the countdown part, the 32 director countdown part.
That's fine. You can just hang. All right. What's your number 5? What's your number 5, Paul?
My number 5 is George Stevens.
Oh, good one. That's a good one. I like that a lot. My number 5 is Sidney Lumet.
Ooh, okay.
He's a great director from the 70s. He directed The Wiz. Sturdy, we were talking about that the other day. He also directed like Dog Day Afternoon, countless others. Fantastic director. All right. That's a good choice. George Stevens. Nice pull.
Yeah, I had a deep dive.
Yeah, dude, I love it. And we chose directors that were active directors longer than 50 years. So like I kind of left Spielberg off, I kind of left the Scorsese's and such, because yes, they were active, but 75 is really that big like push for Spielberg and everybody after. So all right. What'd you say number 4 was?
My number 4 is James Whale's. Whale, sorry.
Okay. I like it. Frankenstein. Did he direct The Invisible Man? I can't remember, but he did a lot back in the day. But he had such great horror look to him. All right, number 4 on my list is Akira Kurosawa.
Kurosawa. Why does that name sound familiar?
His most famous is probably The Seven Samurai.
Yeah.
Japanese director, amazing films. He did a lot of samurai movies, not just though, but they were deeply dramatic and really well told. So I
was just saying, can I get a spelling on his name? I want to.
I want to send it to you afterwards, but for anybody else who is, I'll rapid fire it real quick. Akira, A-K-I-R-A, just like the anime. Kurosawa, Kurosawa. Amazing director. Probably going to be on my favorites too. All right. So that was number 4. Very good. What's your number 3, Paul?
John Sturges.
Wow. Good one. Good. Oh, I'm learning a little bit more about you, Paul. My number 3 is Billy Wilder.
Nice. Okay.
Some Like It Hot, The Apartment, Double Indemnity. He did so many different type of movies that just blow me away every time. Romantic, like hardcore film noir, dark, funny comedies, everything. The guy was a genius. All right. What is your number 2, sir?
My number 2 is Stanley Kubrick.
Ooh, definitely counts. Active in the 50s for sure. Kubrick did not make my classic.
Really? Okay. I mean, hey, we're all. Okay.
But that's a great choice. Like I was kicking it around. Like I think he's the greatest director of all time. My number 1 is probably would fight that a little bit, but for my number 2, I went with John Ford.
Okay.
One of the greatest, if not the greatest filmmaker of all time. And he started from the beginning, like of filmmaking, of film.
Right.
In general. Yeah, another great one. But if he's done countless movies, won 4 Academy Awards, the only one to do it. It's right, Spielberg. You can get it for the Fableman. And number 1 on your list. What's your number 1?
No one's going to be surprised, but it's 100% Alfred Hitchcock.
And I might as well just follow you up by saying he's number 1 on my list too. Yeah, Alfred Hitchcock, just amazing career. So yeah, that's our top 5 classic directors. Next week we're going to do our top 5 personal favorite directors. Last week we did our top 5 new directors. So go check those out as well. All those are out now wherever you listen to podcasts. But guys,
top 5 personal faves. I'll try to do that next week. I'll try.
I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear what you guys got. But let's add it to the stage and get started, gentlemen. Shall we? About halfway through the show, and we got a good amount of things to cover here. Let me get this.
Tarantino and Ridley Scott.
I can. So yeah, this is a tough one for me. I mean, probably not Sturdy. He hates everything that's good.
Yeah, except High Noon, because that's just horrible.
It's so good. Oh, I can't do this. All right,
high some shit to like that movie.
Oh my god, why? It's so. All right, let's go over what. First, I want to ask you guys. I know it's going to take a little bit, but out of these 2 directors, you have Quentin Tarantino, of course, director of like Pulp Fiction, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Django Unchained, and countless others. Well, not countless, 9 others, soon to be 10. So I can't say countless, but like truly wonderful films. And then you have Ridley Scott, who has made some of the most epic movies: Gladiator, Blade Runner, the man made Alien,
Animal, American Gangster.
Oh yeah, I mean, like both of them are pretty much on the same level as far as filmmaking is to go. Let me ask you, what are some of your favorite Quentin Tarantino movies? Both of you. We'll start with Paul.
Ooh, what's my favorite Tarantino? I didn't think you were going to ask that.
Oh, mine is the Django.
Good one.
That's fair. That's fair. I think my favorite with him is I just blanked out. Reservoir Dogs. Jesus.
Early one too. Ooh.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite Tarantino, honestly.
Yeah. All right, I like that one. What about you, Sturdy? I know you said Django, but is there another one that you really enjoy?
Oh fuck. I can't think of the one. Sorry. I can't think of the one that we just watched with Salma Hayek. He did that one, right? No, that wasn't him.
That was Robert Rodriguez. That was From Dusk Till Dawn. But he's in it. He plays George Clooney's brother.
Yeah, because never mind. I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
It's all right. It's all done in 3 years. You don't mind.
I don't know because he hasn't really done much. I don't hate Death Proof. It's just it was hard. It was a sad movie for me. That's all.
Yeah, you're a car guy.
But I mean that it was a cool movie overall. But you know, so I have to say probably my number two.
I want to steal you. I want to have you on. We're gonna do car movies.
Oh God.
I mean,
bye.
It's tough.
You hate car movies?
I hate all the Fast and the Furious movies with
we probably wouldn't even talk about them.
Oh no.
Really? Okay.
Maybe as far as the cars in the movie, I like it. I like them, but the first movie I think I liked, but after the first whatever it was, it went downhill. But I wouldn't put that that wouldn't be on my list. Nowhere near it.
Here's the ultimate ask on this though. And I'm gonna make us big because we need to see your eyes when I ask this. What do you think of Gone in 60 Seconds with Nicolas Cage?
Flying cars, fine women in fast or beautiful women in beautiful cars.
What did you think of the movie though?
I liked it because of the women in the cars. Seen it as a kid. I haven't seen it since.
I think you should check it out. Even not liking Nick Cage, although I think in that time of Nick Cage's life, that's probably the most normal performances you got out of him, like The Rock, Con Air. So you might be able to handle Nick Cage at that late 90s fest of craziness. Like the movies are crazy, but like he was the most normal. So you might be able to handle it. But I would say give Gone in 60 Seconds a try. It's a fun one. But we're getting off topic. I want to save this for when we talk about cars. And Paul, you have to be here.
Okay.
Sorry, you have to be here.
I'll be here.
And we're going to talk about we'll make it a car movie talk with no Fast and the Furious.
Thank God.
But we'll be reviewing Fast and the Furious 11 in that episode. No. All right. We talked about it a little bit. Talked about Quentin Tarantino and Ridley Scott. Real quick, out of these two, what's your knee-jerk reaction? Who should go forward?
Ridley Scott.
I can't disagree with them on that. I feel like Alien alone is just too important to movies, to horror, and sci-fi. And it's so fucking
fiction, isn't though?
So,
I get where
it's not that it isn't, but Alien's still on another level.
I also try to. It's a rewatchability for me too. I can easily put on Aliens, or any of those in that franchise, or Blade Runners at any time and enjoy it. Like I kind of got to be in the mood for Tarantino, and Tarantino I can't put on with my nephews. I can put on any of the Ridley Scott movies with my nephews because they're not Quentin Tarantino movies.
You put on Alien with you. How old are your nephews?
Doesn't matter, but they can at least handle aliens and a little bit of cursing as opposed to Tarantino. Because Jesus,
I would argue certain things on that aspect. I guess when you put that argument into effect, which would be another good topic for the show. We're not even past the first one. All right. I'm not doing this too long, but I'm going to say this. I'm going to go Ridley Scott with you guys only because when it really comes down to, as much as I love all 9 of his movies, his main movies, none of the offshoots, documentaries, or anything, but like all 9 of them, It's brilliance. Dude's an auteur, and I can't wait for his 10th film. But so's Ridley Scott. Ridley Scott has made way more than 9 movies, so naturally he was going to have ones. But even like his bad ones, I still enjoy, and they still look cinematic as hell. So, it kills me, but Ridley Scott's going to go forward. I bet you a lot of Quentin Tarantino fans are going to hate us for this one. But that's okay, because I'm going to hate you guys for making
That's
me
fine.
do this. All right, here we go. Look, this next one. Well, they throw everything off. Dicks. Anyway, whatever. This show's steeped in stupidity. Barry Levinson and Alfred Hitchcock. I think we know. Do we really need to argue this at all?
Maybe.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
What?
Okay. All right.
Really sturdy.
Yeah, I dig it. He's been making me feel bad. I'm glad he's finally making you feel bad.
No.
There's no way Hitchcock's not going ahead. Like I'm not.
I didn't say he
We're
wasn't.
already 2 out of 3.
I was just answering a question if it could be argued, and I said yes.
But
But
I'm agreeing with you on that. I'm just saying. I'm like, but already because 2 out of
Janet Leigh is who I'm voting for. So you already know what that means, Mick.
Yeah, but I wanted to think about Barry Levinson's movies. Diner, Good Morning America, Good Morning Vietnam, Sleepers, Rain Man, Toys, Young Sherlock Holmes was great. Envy was really good. Bandits was really good.
Oh, I love Bandits. But yeah.
Disclosure was good. The Natural is a great movie. Sphere is a good movie. Bugsy's a great movie. You Don't Know Jack was really good. Wait, he directed High Anxiety? No, he didn't. That's kind of Mel Brooks. That's Mel Brooks' movie. I don't know what he had to do with it. Tootsie? That's right. He directed Tootsie. That was an amazing film. Silent film. Who the fuck? Are you kidding me? He directed High Anxiety? I never knew this. Oh, no. It was Mel Brooks. What the hell does he have to do with it then? Anyway, I'm off on my own tangent now. It's going to be Alfred Hitchcock, but Barry Levinson is way more impressive than I think we give him credit for. Let's take it to the mats. Let's do it. Man, Ridley and Alfred? That's going to be a big one. All right.
Yeah.
Who's next? Orson Welles or George Romero?
I'm going to go George Romero this time.
Of course you are.
Whoa.
Of course you are. And listen, there is nothing I don't love about George Romero, unless it came out that, he was on a list or something. I'm just saying, which he never would be, because he is truly amazing and fantastic. Don't you start. I'll give you a lot of things, Paul. I can't do that. I cannot. I might throw up if I put George Romero over Orson Welles in terms of impact as a director.
But we're not doing impact. We're just doing our directing.
It's one of the aspects. But for me, in my mind, I put it at impact. So I'm not saying George Romero's not going. The man talked me into going to film school. I love that man. I love that. Rest in peace in heaven, which I know you are, because you were such a gentle, wonderful human being. It's going to hurt me if Orson Welles... Sturdy, who do you pick?
I think you know, Mick.
All right. Before we do, I mean, Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Why are you? No, why did this? I hate brackets. This is why I hate brackets. The next one we're doing is the best horror movie bracket. I'm telling you that now. Halloween, baby, Part 3 series. Come on, Sturdy. All right. War of the Worlds. Citizen Kane. Like, I don't know what to argue for here because you hate High Noons. So what do we do?
Oh, if he made a bunch of westerns, then he shouldn't even made it past the first one.
He wasn't a Western director.
I've never seen any of his movies either, so I can't vote for him. So Romero. I've heard
Did you never watch Barry Lyndon by Kubrick? I didn't even.
It's all lit by natural light.
Yeah, you might like that one, Sturdy, maybe, because at least it's Kubrick. But It is.
So are we putting George Romero ahead?
Yeah.
We are.
I want it noted. And again, love George Romero, the man. Talked me to going to film school.
Yeah, talk you into going to film school, something that you enjoyed and
because
loved.
George Romero, if he was alive right now, oh fuck, I fucked that up. If George Romero was alive right now at this very, very moment, he would come in here and slap me for putting him over Orson Welles. That's why I'm saying this.
He would say, listen, he just said that he's never watched any of this guy's movies, so how is he going to vote for him? That wouldn't be right.
I put George Romero ahead. Oh, God. I hate the 32. Guillermo del Toro versus David Fincher. What do you got? What do you guys
David
think?
Fincher.
It's hard to argue. But I don't know how to make this choice. So Guillermo del Toro, Pan's Labyrinth, Blade 2,
that was awesome.
The Shape of Water, The Orphanage, what was it? What was the one? Crimson something?
Peak.
Crimson Peak. It was a good one, but it just doesn't resonate like some of his others. But David Fincher, Zodiac. What else did he do?
Social
Zodiac,
Network,
Social Network, Fight Club.
Okay, Fight Club I've seen.
Tons of movies. He's done tons of movies, and he's a great director. When I say this, it's not that I have one or the other should go, but they both are amazing. So it's hard to choose. What do you think about? I'm leaning towards Fincher. What are you leaning towards, Sturdy?
Honestly, this one's more of a toss-up for me. Pan's Labyrinth was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That was really awesome.
Yeah.
And honestly, I like that movie more than I like any of these movies right here that I've seen of this other gentleman's. I didn't see 7 yet, but that is on the wheel. So
You haven't seen 7?
Nope.
Whoa.
I'm gonna go with Guillermo.
Okay. All right. I don't.
Interesting. I would have thought you would have seen that already, Sturdy. Sorry.
No, it's all good.
Disagree, but
I did throw it on one of our wheels on Popcorn and Pine, so I will see it when it gets picked.
I'm excited to know what you think once you see that. I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like to hear what you guys think about that. But I mean, I'm trying to think of the tiebreaker. I'm gonna go Fincher. Zodiac is just it's a top 10 film for me. So, but Del Toro, amazing filmmaker, people should watch. Howard Hawks or Rob Reiner. I know where Sturdy lies, considering Howard Hawks directed a lot of westerns, a lot of great westerns too.
Well, I don't. There's no such thing as that, but
a lot of people can argue with me on this. But not Rob Reiner. Howard Hawks remade his film 3 times. Like that tells you something about this director. But Rob Reiner, Princess Bride, Few Good Men, countless men, When Harry Met Sally, stuff like that. So, I'll say Rob Reiner personally. He's always, he's always been a good feeling director, good positive vibe director. What do you say, Paul?
Rob Reiner, Spinal Tap, man.
Yeah, that's true too. What do you think, Sturdy?
Rob Reiner, Misery, All in the Family. Boom.
Yeah, there you go. The man knows.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street. He was great in that.
Yeah, Howard Hawks. The first face I see when his movies popped up was John Wayne. You know I'm not going with that.
Very fair. You're probably not going to go with the next one either. John Ford. Oh shit! Undo that. Bring it back. Or Denny Villeneuve. I always get his last name. It is Denny. I did look it up, but I can never pronounce his last name. All right, so John Ford versus Denny Villeneuve. See how you say it? Exactly. At least I'm trying. I feel like people of my complexion who try to say the words right, but try and do it respectfully.
Yeah.
There's some points that then somebody who just says anything. Now, yes, could I have learned it? I tried. I'm bad at names. Leave me alone. I can't even say Paul's last name. Jeez. I can't even say Sturdy's last name. So I call him
I can't say Sturdy's last name. He has audio recording of me trying because I asked if he had a family member locally here.
Oh my God. So I know who you guys are going to choose. You're both choosing Denny, I'm sure. And that is not an argument I'm going to argue against. But I want to make a case for John Ford. I feel like he deserves a case. Regardless if you call him a Western director, the man won 4 Academy Awards for all non-Western films. Some of the best.
Oh,
yes.
You said this argument last week, too. Oh, I'm automatically going with the other guy who didn't have all the damn Westerns. I didn't see either one of their movies, but I can never vote for someone who made a bunch of Westerns.
You've seen Denny's movies. You saw Blade Runner 2049, didn't you?
No.
Did
I've
you
never
see
seen a Blade Runner
The
movie.
Arrival? Oh, my God,
Nope.
dude. You might need to watch his movies. They're amazing.
Dune,
Dune in part 1 and part 2.
Sicario, Prisoners.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. John Ford didn't go ahead.
Thank God.
I just knocked over everything. I might cry. I might cry. I might throw up. I don't know if I can do this anymore. Roman Polanski versus Michael Mann. Polanski, great director. This motherfucker's not getting to my 8. He's not getting to my 8. I don't care if he directed horror movies. I'm going to argue against him until I'm filibustering. I love his movies. Chinatown's one of my favorite movies of all time. He's not getting to my 8. He got far enough. I don't want to sway anybody with why. I feel like it's pretty well documented. But
we're only doing their movies. We're not going with the other stuff.
No, that stuff sticks. If it's well known and out there, that stuff sticks. He'll never have a 10 movie for me. He's made a plethora of 10 films. 10 out of 10 films. Chinatown being one of them. But the man
is bad.
You want to say it? I'm not saying it. He had sex
bad.
with an underage girl. So he's not going to he's not going to be the best. Michael Mann directed Heat, directed Thief. Deserves to be up here. Roman Polanski, for all his movies, deserves to be up here. If you guys choose him, I can't argue because the rules are majority wins.
Pianist.
But it's going to hurt.
I want to go with Mann just for Last of Mohegans.
I love you.
And I love Daniel Day-Lewis too. So that movie, and they filmed that not too far from here, out there in Grandfather Mountain, a couple hours from here.
That's very cool. I didn't know it was down there. Makes sense, but I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Sturdy Birdie. What do you say?
Oh, he did Ali and Hancock.
Oh, okay. Michael Mann. Good.
I like both those movies.
All right, what you got for me? You choose. Whoever you choose. It's going to be Michael Mann because both of us are choosing Michael Mann. But
yeah, Michael Mann. He picked.
All right. I dig it. Now, anybody, all you cinephiles, you can get mad about that. I don't give a fuck. This is my show. Go make your own fucking show. Everybody else does.
Yeah.
And then just copy my shit like everybody else does.
Don't do that because you suck.
Until you get to a certain point and you've raised yourself to the upper echelon, and then nobody pays.
No, here's what you do. You be like Sturdy. Be yourself. Think about that.
Technically, what? I am being myself.
I wasn't talking to you.
But be like me too. Be yourself. Fucking Sturdy. Sturdy is the best PR guy I've ever met. For himself.
I try.
He was the best at CFF that one year.
You have to listen.
I love it.
You have to be no. But that's the thing though, is like for people that want to do stuff like this, then go to the cons and kind of, I guess, try to grab attention for your shows, your friend shows. You have to be don't be afraid to go up there and just say shit on the mic. You heard me. I was like, make sure you check out Horror Research 30. Make sure you check out the Scene Snobs. And make sure I said that multiple times.
I know.
And had some fun with it.
I'm not mad at it.
No. I'm just saying. I'm talking to the people out there that weren't at CFF. You just got to have fun with it. You got to have fun with it. And I have fun with that stuff.
That's very fair. All right. This next one, Peckinpah versus Bong Joon-ho. I love Bong Joon-ho. I think he's a great filmmaker now. I wouldn't put him as like this. I wouldn't put him on like the same level as maybe a Nolan, but like he's going to grow. He's going to get to an amazing place eventually. And I don't care how long he's been in the business. It's when you start striking. Sam Peckinpah. He made a lot of Westerns, not just Westerns. He made Convoy. What do you think about Convoy? Sturdy.
Hang on.
I would put Peckinpah ahead. I think he made some really, truly fantastic films. He was another one that, made a lot of Westerns, but his whole thing was he was very much about showing the violence culture of America. And the Old West called for that. So like the Wild Bunch, stuff like that. Whereas,
I'm going with Bong Joon-ho.
Okay. I mean, it's not a bad choice. I'm not that upset about either one going forward on this. Yeah, Wild Bunch, Getaway was a good movie. Bring Me the Head of Alfredo Garcia was good. Convoy, Ride the High Country, another good one. I didn't think you were gonna choose it. Straw Dog's a good one though. It's not a Western. You ever get a chance? What do you got, Paul? Who do you?
I'm gonna go with Bong Joon because I love Parasite.
Oh, that's right. Sam Peckinpah did direct the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Wow, I forgot about that. That's very cool. Bong Ho. All right, well, he goes ahead because you get 2-1. And I didn't have like a big dog in this fight. So, and it's hard to argue. The host, you guys are horror fans, so I figured. Couldn't wait for Horror Director Week.
Choo.
All right, Stan. It's a tough one. But I mean, I know who I'm putting forward. But Kubrick versus Scorsese. Kubrick versus Scorsese. What you guys got? Sturdy, who you got for Kubrick versus Scorsese? You need any other names rattled off?
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
All right,
just to kind of get a better.
For anyone watching or listening, Scorsese directed movies like Raging Bull, Mean Streets, Goodfellas, Shutter Island.
So good.
He's made some truly Aviator, truly amazing films. Stanley Kubrick, of course, in my opinion, made nothing but amazing films. 2001: Space Odyssey, The Shining. If I didn't say that, Paul would kill me. But he did, Barry Lyndon we talked about.
I'm picking Martin over him. For me,
Kubrick. I go Kubrick.
Shutter Island is better than The Shining. I'm saying it out loud right now.
We're gonna talk about this out.
Yeah, but I mean, like The Shining is one aspect of Kubrick.
I'm just saying. I'm just going by the movies I've seen by them and what I like better. And Shutter Island, I feel like is a better movie than The Shining.
That kind of hurts, Sturdy. I still respect you. Hey, love hurts.
Yeah, it does hurt. It does hurt. You're not wrong. All right. Okay. All right. I have to make the choice here. I have to make a real choice here. I don't know what kind of choice to make, but I have to make one. I'm going to say I can't not put Kubrick ahead. Scorsese's amazing, but Kubrick, Full Metal Jacket. I mean, I think about the 10 out of 10 films he made, and there's so many, and that's weird for a director.
Yeah,
I gotta give it to Kubrick on this one. Plus, I'm pretty sure I will get skinned alive by movie fans if I don't put Kubrick ahead at least.
I do love Shutter Island though, Sturdy. I really do.
Oh, it's hard to argue. It's hard to argue with Shutter. I loved it. It's not one of my favorite Kubrick movies, but I do love it.
I'm gonna send you that link I was telling you about, Sturdy, where someone was explaining a lot of different lighting and just different aspects and elements they added for different scenes. Because that, like I said, it made the movie like I was watching it for the first time. I was like, oh,
go find that. Barry Lyndon. That's the one you're talking about, or are you talking about The Shining?
Oh, I'm talking about Shutter Island.
Oh, I like the book too.
I didn't know it was a book. but I don't read.
Me neither.
I can't read.
Dennis DeHaan wrote it. It was pretty good. It's similar, so, you know. So you're not. It's not really like changing too much. Like I give it to Scorsese on that. He does change some things, but usually it betters the story. So it's hard to argue. All right, Peter Jackson versus Francis Ford Coppola. Peter Jackson, director of Lord of the Rings trilogy. No.
You know what? Peter Jackson.
Paul, don't say anything yet. I know why you guys are going to choose Peter Jackson, but can I please make an argument for Francis Ford Coppola before you look it up and choose off of the 3 movies that you should not choose Peter Jackson on this list for? Francis Ford Coppola directed the Godfather trilogy. The man directed, oh my God, I like Apocalypse Now. The Conversation. If you guys, I don't know how to handle this.
Listen, Nick,
I know what's coming.
Peter Jackson. He made Brain Dead. That's all I need.
He didn't make Brain Dead. Even more reason for you to not vote for him. Okay. I can counter it. Here we go. Francis Ford Coppola made The Terror, Jack Nicholson and Boris Karloff from '63. It is cult classic, but he also made Dementia 13. He made Dracula. And he did The Outsiders.
I've never seen any of those movies, and
oh my!
I told you how I feel about vampire movies. They're westerns of horror for me.
One Western movie, and it is one vampire movie, and it is Dracula. It's Dracula. I don't like Dracula. It's the vampire.
I don't like Dracula.
The Feebles.
Like
you got Sarah Jackson all the way.
Boom. There you go. He's right.
I've never walked off of a podcast before, and I might need to.
Power Rangers aren't in
all
trouble
due
right
respect, I think I invited the wrong people to this shindig.
Hey, listen.
In fairness, though, for anybody who gets mad, who's a cinephile or something, and gets mad at their choices, you motherfuckers could have been on, but you didn't say anything.
No. I'm gonna say this: everybody has their own opinions when it comes to film. That includes directors and all that other stuff.
I understand that.
Yes.
No, that's not an argument. That's a terrible argument because you hate High Noon. You think High Noon's a bad movie because you didn't like it.
I think High Noon's a bad movie because it was a very boring movie. There was no structure to the story, in my opinion. There was nothing that drew me in to get me to watch the movie, to like the movie.
He's trying to get me to come on the show tomorrow.
That's a bad movie.
He's trying to get me to come on the show tomorrow. I'm not going to bite. You're getting a punishment movie. Sorry.
No, that's not how it works.
You're even more punished now on the show tomorrow. I'm even less going to show up. I am going to throw myself down the stairs so I cannot physically be at the show tomorrow.
But see how he's forcing himself not to come on? That's just going to give him a punishment. So now he's going to be injured watching movies he hates and then having to review them.
Yes, but you'll be watching it too.
Oh, no.
Yes, you will. You adhere to your own rules, Sturdy. Adhere to your own rules.
Nope, you're trying to do that.
You're
trying to do the little mixed twist.
Fuck, you're really going to put Peter Jackson ahead of Francis Ford Coppola because
absolutely
because I like the movie.
You can't even mention the Lord of the Rings, and either of you. You can't even.
I've never seen the Lord of the Rings, so I can't mention what I haven't seen.
That's insane to me, dude. Sturdy. Oh,
you know what? I seen some of the first one and I fell asleep. So, and that was in theaters like that.
How about King Kong? Did you see King Kong?
Why are you arguing? You picked Peter Jackson too.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm doing this. And like, I'm not, it's not like I have an affinity for Francis Ford Coppola as, you know, as a filmmaker. Like, you got to appreciate what he made. But again, I don't. I might cry. It's not awesome at all. I hate you.
I'm your Nicolas Cage now. That's fine.
You might be.
Yeah, he loves Nicolas Cage. But he loves Nicolas Cage.
But but here's the thing: you're not getting it. You didn't even say his most. You said bad taste, Meet the Feebles.
Yeah.
And you didn't even, first of all, you didn't even say bad taste. You said brain dead. You didn't even say Dead Alive or Bad Taste.
Dead Alive is
the
Brain
wrong
Dead.
movie title.
No, Dead Alive and Brain Dead are the same films.
Are they?
Yeah, it was called. If I'm not mistaken, it was called Brain Dead in was it New Zealand? What? Either way, it was flipped. The title had to be switched in New Zealand, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. I forgot.
Meet the Feebles was called Los Feebles in Spanish.
I'm just going to read this off for John Huston because I know you're not going to pick him, but I want everybody who watches or listens to at least have some of his best movies listed to them.
Annie.
The Maltese Falcon, Treasure Sierra Madre, Key Largo, great movie. The Asphalt Jungle, Red Badge of Courage, The African Queen, the original Moulin Rouge, Moby Dick, great film. A Farewell to Arms. It wasn't one of the books better, but it is a good film, very good film. And John Huston is a great filmmaker. Casino Royale, he did some segments for that, not the Daniel Craig, the original from the 60s. The Man Who Would Be King, another great one. Victory was a fun one. Annie, of course, great musical. Prizzy's Honor was a good movie. Just John Huston's amazing, but I know we're going to push Steven Spielberg. Go ahead, just tell me to push Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
Paul.
Where's Paul?
I think Paul left. Paul was like, it's bad taste to move Peter Jackson ahead over Francis Ford Coppola or whatever.
Oh, he said something.
I swear to God. I swear to right back. I don't know if I can talk to you people anymore.
You people? Not
that type of you people. You and him.
I just had to do it, Mick. You know how I am.
Yeah. All right, let me fix these while we're waiting for Paul.
Sorry, I got excited about Meet the Feebles, so I had to step away.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
That movie was so freaking funny.
It's fine, but
that would be a fun back-to-back, even if we just did it behind the scenes for us. But Meet the Feebles and the other puppet movie that we were talking about.
Yeah, the Happy Time Murders.
Yes. Oh my God, that was so fun.
I'm quitting. All right, Sam. At least let me tell you what Jonathan Demme has directed before you go with the horror director. I'm not trying to be a dick. I love Sam Raimi. Like, it's not. This isn't me trying to put anybody down, but it's just horror with you two. It's literally just horror.
Favorite genre by far. I mean,
I know, but
so you're gonna lean towards what you enjoy.
I think the spirit of what we were doing here might have been lost a little bit, in my opinion. But I respect the brackets, and I will adhere to the brackets. But I will fight my whole way through. All right, I know this is going to be, but regardless, for anybody watching, of course, Jonathan Demme directed Philadelphia, Stop Making Sense, The Silence of the Lambs, Something Wild, Rachel Getting Married, which is a good indie flick. Really kind of put Anne Hathaway on the scene after her run as like Princess Diaries and such, more of like a grown-up. The Manchurian Candidate, he directed that. The remake, good one with Denzel Washington, Liev Schreiber. Beloved, another great movie. He directed Caged Heat from 1974, famous cult classic. If you guys haven't had a chance, check that out. Married to the Mob, Swing Shift. There's a lot of great movies, but I have a feeling I know we're going to go with Sam Raimi. Go ahead and tell me we're going with Sam Raimi.
You're right, Sam Raimi.
Jonathan's done some good movies, just not enough to go against Sam Raimi in my eyes.
All right. Sam Raimi is over. Let's get to the next one. Oh my God, dude. I don't my head, I don't know if I can do this.
You want me to kick it off?
I might have to veto if it goes one way. I might
Wait
have
a second. When is
If you
You
can
can do
change
that?
the rules to
no popcorn and pints
Christmas
is if you
movies,
cannot
I
make
can
it
change the rules to whatever I want.
I choose Christopher Nolan.
Oh, thank
Tim
God.
Burton.
Thank fucking God. Thank God. Thank you, Paul. Paul was like, I definitely want to still be a host on this show.
It's the Prestige and Inception, man. I mean, on top of his other great movies, but the Prestige and Inception are just.
Interstellar's a 10 out of 10 film. If Inception's not a 10 out of 10 film, it's a 9.5. Dunkirk. He has not made a movie below an 8, in my opinion. Memento. Following. Wow, so many. Now, Tim Burton, amazing. I love Tim Burton. But Tim Burton's 10 out of 10 film for me is Big Fish.
Yeah.
Every other movie he's had has not reached a 10. It's great. There are some great ones. His lowest is maybe a 6 on my and a 10 for me when I really think about it. And that's even a hard one to choose. Like, what's your lowest? You know, you're Tim Burton. But yeah, I have to go Christopher Nolan. So, Sturdy, why do you say Tim Burton over
the 2 Batman films that he made hold a really special place for me.
That's fair.
I would argue that's very fair. The only other one I would say is close to 10, maybe 9.5, is Beetlejuice. The first one. Batman was great.
Not
First
Edward
Bat-
Scissorhands. Interesting.
I would be up there.
Those were good. Don't get me. Those are really good. Don't get me wrong. But just the whole Batman thing was just watch and being able to watch that, like being allowed to watch that as a kid with how violent and how adult it was, just awesome. And then Batman Returns. I mean, those are probably up there with my favorite movies of all time. Honestly, thinking about it now.
If I ever get a chance to choose a double feature for Popcorn and Pints, I would love to do Ed Wood and then Plan 9 from Outer Space. That would be a really fun one to do.
I haven't seen any of those.
Ed Wood is the director of Plan 9 from Outer Space, which is widely considered one of the worst movies ever made. But he was such an eccentric, crazy, quirky. I don't want to say crazy. Quirky director in person, just human being. They made a movie about him. Tim Burton made a movie about him. And it is the most Sturdovision movie I think I've ever seen. Music, the look, the whole weird vibe. It's you like Sturdovision to me, like I think Tim Burton. So I understand why you went with Tim Burton. It's got that feel, that horror-y feel.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely understand it. I can't
the dark goth feel. It was just
yeah.
I think that's why I connected with it. So not necessarily the goth part, but I just connected kind of with the dark, with the horror aspect of it, like the more you could say fear or scary with it.
Oh yeah,
gargoyles, all that shit.
Anybody. But all right, so I get that. All right, but we are moving one ahead because we're tired of your shit, your auteur hating ways.
Hey man,
Sam Raimi versus Chris Nolan is going to be wild. Milos Forman versus Akira Kurosawa. I love Milos Forman, but and just to shout off some of his amazing titles: Amadeus, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Man on the Moon, People vs. Larry Flint. Well, she got Hair. Hair is a big one back in the 70s, and it's big play too. Lots of nudity. Man on the Moon, of course, about Andy Kaufman with what's his name, Jim Carrey. I mean, I love his movies, but I personally, I'm going with Kurosawa. He's one of my favorite directors of all time. He was on my top.
I haven't seen either one of their films, but just looking through these, I'd probably be going with Akira Kurosawa, just as far as to actually check their movies out or throw them on a wheel or something.
What do you think there, Paul?
I'm voted out, but I was going to go with Milos for Man in the Moon.
Oh, you are voted out.
Yep,
but
and that's good.
I understand. I do highly encourage people to check out Akira Kurosawa's films. You'd be very surprised to see how many filmmakers and movies and stuff that you've watched that they were a part of. That Akira Kurosawa was like that they are paying homage to Akira
Wait a
Kurosawa.
second. This is a movie called The Cars.
What's wrong?
Oh,
All right.
sorry.
No, you're good.
Looking at the next guy's movie.
Yeah, Peter Weir, Truman Show, Dead Poet Society, very dramatic. Witness, another good one. I liked Master and Commander. He can do epic scale, or he can do like more character driven pieces. Yeah, a lot of these are truly fantastic movies. What else you got? I mean, they just are. Like, if you haven't seen them, like I would say, like if you're a movie fan, you might really enjoy it. Like Mosquito Coast is good. I really like that one. Green Card was a fun one. Gallipoli was good. Year of Living Dangerously is a good one. I really enjoyed that one. Everybody check it out. But Truman Show is probably his best film. Now he's going up against William Friedkin, who is my vote personally. Exorcist. If you see, I'm talking to my base right now. Director of The Exorcist, director of The French Connection, director of Sorcerer, which is a remake of one of my favorite movies of all time, and it's a great movie itself. To Live and Die in Los Angeles. Sturdy, Cruising, you would love it 100%. Hunted was a good one. I guess I will find out exactly what Sturdy thought about the movie. He directed the remake in 1997 of 12 Angry Men. So he directed Blue Chips too, a great movie. I didn't know he directed Blue Chips. I need to watch that and like look for his signatures in it. Paper Moon, great film. So many wonderful, wonderful movies. He was just an amazing director.
I'm going with Peter Weir for two reasons.
Ugh, what?
Dead Poet Society and a movie I just found out he made that I want to see. I've never even heard of. The Cars That Eat People. So he gets my vote. I'm intrigued to watch that film. I even freaking saved it. Saved the movie cover. So I remember to watch
Directors Bracket Tournament to find the best director of all time. Now, I can't argue with Peter Weir's an amazing director. Would I call him the best of all time? No. But you are advancing him to the Sweet 16. We still have to get through another round, by the way. This went a lot longer than I thought.
The Dead Poet Society. That's because you were arguing with me earlier on my opinions of that terrible movie.
Oh, shut up.
But no, Dead Poet Society, I only seen it once in school, but it's one of those movies I don't know why I never have, but I always mean to watch again.
Okay.
And fucking Robin Williams was amazing in that film.
He really was. All right, what do you got for me? What your tiebreaker?
I'm going with Peter.
Fuck.
I know. I'm sorry. Hey, look.
The fucking Truman Show. The fucking Truman Show.
It is.
And
but
not
hear
you
me
people in that way. You people as in you people right there on the screen with me.
I mean, I'm not saying William is not bad.
I mean, the only one I've seen of his is
it's tough. That's a tough one. You got to go Peter though. There are more movies I've seen, and Master Commander was phenomenal. I love ship movies.
All right. I realize it's personal preference. Fine. You guys haven't watched enough good movies.
That's all I could do. And Russell Crowe learning violin for that role.
Oh, I mean, come on. Watch The French Connection. It has one of the best actors of all time in it, giving one of the best roles of all time in it, Mr. Gene Hackman, rest in peace. I can argue with you all day, but it's just not going to matter.
I'm so sorry.
It's not gonna matter.
Gene Hackman does nothing for me. Never has.
I might quit the show.
I'm sorry. I'm just being honest.
And your takes. I need another co-host on this show. I need three of us. There's got to be three of us. There's got to be somebody to buffer. Because the fact that you just said that about William Friedkin, I want to cry. Not because you're missing out by thinking it. Every film fan that I know that says things like that because you haven't seen them kills me, because I know you. You're basing this on Gene Hackman, William Friedkin. But let's go to Gene Hackman real quick. You're basing this off of, I can probably guess certain movies.
I want to see that.
but I can tell you movies he was in that if you saw them, knowing you,
I'd probably love him. You're right.
you would you would be like, I get why people think he's probably one of the best actors of all time. And this is French Connection's one of them. Oh, it's one of the greatest cop dramas of all time. Oh, what Gene Hackman movies have you seen?
Let's see, The Replacements.
That doesn't count. No,
How does it not count? Mooseport,
Oh,
Runaway Jury, Mexican,
Mooseport made him retire. He was not happy with Mooseport.
White Herb, Birdcage. I mean,
oh, you don't like the Birdcage?
I think the most believable role I've seen him in is Mississippi Burning.
You don't like the Birdcage?
No, I like Birdcage. I just don't like him in it.
He was so good. Mississippi Burning is a fantastic film. All right, so did you like Mississippi Burning?
Yeah, I mean, it was a
Did
good
you
movie.
like him in Mississippi Burning?
Yes, that's probably one role I did enjoy him in.
Then I have so many movies for you to watch that you'll love. I get Mooseport. I get Birdcage. Maybe you don't like jokey Gene Hackman. He was always the straight guy in those movies. In The Replacements too. Like he was always too stoic, in my opinion, for the comedies. He was great, but he was very stoic for the comedies. A little too straight for it. I'm going to give you some movies to watch that if you're not blown away by them, I'm fairly certain that you're a demon from the Gene Hackman anti-school of acting. That's not run by Gene Hackman in any way, shape, or form. They just co-opted his name in hell. Anyway, I'm moving on. Fucking God, Gene Hackman's a genius. You guys.
I got good likes too. I mean, I'm not like what?
I know.
It could be worse.
All right. Richard Donner versus James Cameron. Here's the thing. Richard Donner. I'm gonna go Richard Donner on this.
Oh wow. I'm going Cameron for Titanic.
I know.
Why are you mad?
I'm not mad.
The Goonies.
You know what?
Because Titanic is so. That's another one.
But you got to acknowledge it's a phenomenal movie. Like, I mean,
no, I know. I'm kidding about
like,
you. So you're going. Wait, Sturdy, you're going with Donner?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't think Donner was going to make it. I gave him the vote because I thought you two would have gone with Cameron, and I thought Donner at least deserved it. I mean, Goonies, Superman.
That's why I got Goonies. I love the Goonies. Avatar's cool. Terminator's cool. Piranha 2, I do want to see, and I put it on my list.
Yeah.
I hate Titanic, though. I absolutely hate Titanic. That's just
I don't.
What about The Abyss? I love The Abyss as a kid.
The Abyss, a good one. I actually would understand. And this is just my brain. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm messing with you, but I'm not saying you're wrong. But in my brain, you are wrong. I can think of a few you're wrong about, but in this sense, both of you. But in this sense, I can't like Titanic. I don't love it. I think it has a lot of lazy story elements to it and plot points, but on a grand scale, it is an epically made movie. It's probably one of the most epically made movies of all time.
For the cinematography and all that shit, yes, but as far as a movie goes, it sucked.
For the science behind it, this man creates new scientific things. Like he re-envisioned and reinvented 3D in a way that was huge. And just to do for Avatar. But I think my biggest problem with James Cameron is like T2 is a 10 out of 10 film. Like, yeah, it's hard to argue. Like, Cameron is a great filmmaker. Like, that's the one I'm arguing if I'm arguing for James Cameron as like one of the greatest movies. And what it did, again, another movie that visually he did things on screen that would never done before. And I got to give him a lot of credit. But with that being said, all the Lethal Weapon movies, Superman, bit of Superman 2, like the good parts, Goonies, Conspiracy Theory, Maverick. Yeah, Richard Donner has it for me. I think he just makes more fun movies, and he made a lot more of them. All right, we got one more round to go before we are at our Elite 8. We can do this. We can do this. Whew. This is going to be wild. Here we go. Ridley Scott versus Alfred Hitchcock. We're just going to vote down. We've already argued about why or what the movies are. Now we can just kind of vote down. I say Hitchcock.
Hitchcock.
No, I agree.
All right. Romero versus Fincher. I love Romero. I argued it. I have to say Fincher's a better director.
Agreed.
I'm going Romero, but
okay. At least he got a vote. I can appreciate that. I love Romero, but thinking, Rob Reiner versus Denis Villeneuve. I love Rob Reiner, but does he deserve to be in the top 8 over Denny?
No.
What do you think, Sturdy?
I forgot what they did. I believe I voted Rob last round, so I'm just going to vote for him again.
All right, I'm going to go with Denny on this one. Michael Mann versus Bong Joon-ho.
Michael.
Kind of torn on this one.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm not upset by that at all. I love Michael Mann.
I'll
I'm
go
not
with
really
Bong.
upset by any of your choices, but I am a little upset about the Peter Jackson thing.
I'm prepared to be disappointed on this next bracket. No.
What? No. All right. What do you say, Sturdy? Bong Joon-ho or Michael Mann?
Bong.
All right, I'm not mad at it. Michael Mann is an amazing director, but this is an auteur right here. All right, Stanley Kubrick versus Peter Jackson. I cannot go against Kubrick on a great director's.
It's Kubrick.
I'm saying Peter Jackson just because I know it's going to get under your skin.
You know what? It gets under my skin because I know you were not counting Lord of the Rings in that choice.
I've never seen Lord of the
counting
Rings.
3 of his worst movies, which are fun. I love them. I can't talk to you.
You say they're his worst. I don't feel that way. Just like you say High Noon is so great, I don't feel that way either.
And that's okay. That's
but I'm
personal
not upset
opinion.
about it. Yeah, all this is.
I hate
this isn't fact based.
All right, what's Steven Spielberg or Sam Raimi? Oh my God,
Spielberg.
Thank God.
Thank
God. I love you, Sam. But Sam Raimi would watch this, and Sam Raimi's never going to watch this. But Sam Raimi would watch this and be like, "You guys are idiots," or he might not. I don't know. He might be full of himself. Chris Nolan versus Akira Kurosawa.
Nolan.
I'm going Nolan.
I'm not choosing. I'm abstaining from this choice. You guys already chose majority.
You got to vote. If I got to vote, you got to vote.
I'm thinking about it. I'll think about it. We'll find out.
See this?
Nolan won. It's so hard. I'm thinking Peter Weir versus Richard Donner. You chose Peter Jackson over Meet the Feebles, but you can't pick Richard Donner for Goonies or Superman or Lethal Weapon.
I forgot what Peter Weir did.
Dead Poets Society, The Truman Show, a few others.
Oh, he only did. Okay.
No. He did a lot more than that. I'm just messing with
No, but I'm saying as far oh, he did do that movie I really want to see, but that shouldn't count. Nah, Richard Donner has to win this.
What do you got for me, Paul?
Donner.
All right. Are you picking that just because I was getting mad at your other choices?
No, I don't care.
All right, everybody. Part 3 next week we'll kick it off with Alfred Hitchcock versus David Fincher.
I already know I'm picking
Denis
that
Villeneuve versus Bong Joon-ho. That's going to be a tough one for me. Stanley Kubrick versus Steven Spielberg.
Easy.
I mean, that's kind of poetic considering Spielberg directed AI, and that was supposed to be Kubrick's last movie.
Sorry, Peter Jackson, that you didn't make it this round.
Yeah,
but you made it. You did good.
You did good, but you weren't winning against
really
Stanley
good.
Kubrick. And then, of course, Chris Nolan versus Richard Donner, which really is going to come down to an argument of epic filmmaking versus nostalgic filmmaking. I think it's going to be an interesting argument, but we're going to be getting into it deep. Before we get going, though, guys, let me take this off. I got a few things to share with everybody, and that's when I'm going to kick you guys off to the side a little bit. Nope. I don't know where I am. There I go. There I am. I got the big. There they are. There's my boys, my sweet boys. Mixed movie pick. That's right, 1978. And of course, with all of our choices for mixed movie pick of the week, we do a classic film review that you can go watch over on our channel at any time. Make sure you hit subscribe. But we chose Grease. That's right, the 1978 musical movie, The Phenom, the one that was such a wonderful blockbuster, which we're covering in the month of July, that it had lines wrapped around the movie theater for like 13 weeks. This was at number one. It is truly a fantastic film. You can call it problematic, you can call it dated, you can call it anything you want to call it, but it is a good film objectively. Sturdy may not agree with you, but I think it's fantastic. So go check this out. It's from 1978. You should watch the film as well. Like I said, stars John Travolta, Olivia Newton-John, and so many more. Just a really fantastic movie. You can check out my full review of the classic film review and a little more tidbits about it as we go along. But of course, it is also time for Film Definitions with Mick. I don't know why I do voices. That's right, guys. So I got this book in college. I lost it. I didn't have it for the longest time, or I sold it or something. And then I found it again in a book. It was a different style book. I think it was red back in the day. But I found it again. It's a more updated version. So what I'm doing is I'm picking out a different filmmaking definition for you, or film industry definition, and then we're going to learn about it together. All right, picked my first one. Let's go with reading. That's right. Definition 1, an audition for a part in which a performer reads from a script. 2, the light reading taken from an exposure meter, which indicates the amount of illumination in a scene, or the sound reading taken from the VU meter and indicating the volume of the sound being recorded. See exposure meter and VU meter. Also, you can call it a light meter. In contemporary film theory, the process of perceiving, decoding, and analyzing a film, especially the images and their sequence, as if one were reading a written text. The implication is that both procedures are similar. One reads the signs that make up the film as one reads the signs that make up the page of print. It can also be argued that one reads one's surrounding reality and the physical reality that compromises the individual images in a film in the same way. See semiotics. And maybe that'll be the definition we go with for next week. But guys, this has been just a wonderful time with some great friends, hanging out, having a good old time. This is the Scene Snobs podcast. We talk movies, we talk TV, we talk geek, we talk everything. We have a good time with it. Throwing a little dab of absurdity, so make sure to embrace it. All right, guys, remember to go check out our man. You know, I do want to say something because it's been talked about a little bit lately, and this is my friend right here. Now, Paul, you're my friend. You're my co-host here every week. Of course, we love Paul, but I want to defend Sturdy a little bit. Some people have been sort of messing with it. This is my friend right here. He's my boy. He's my boyfriend.
No, he's not.
And if you mess with my boyfriend, you're messing with me. And I don't appreciate it. So do not touch my boyfriend. Do not talk to my boyfriend. Do not.
And don't show me High Noon again, because that was bad.
And I want to wish him a happy good night.
I also will say this. He's wrong about Grease.
You don't like Grease?
You said I don't like Grease. I seen that in the 5th grade. I remember we had to sign up for
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I know you don't like Grease.
I like that movie.
I thought you didn't like that movie. Because you hate musicals too.
Grease was entertaining.
Okay. I dig it.
Grease was entertaining. I watched it in the 5th grade and we had to sign permission slips to watch that movie. I have no idea why the hell they let us watch that in the 5th grade, but that's something that stands out to this freaking day.
I get it though. Listen, I like Grease, blockbuster movie, huge movie.
Shout out to Woodlawn. Big shout out to Woodlawn.
I love it.
This was years ago though. They probably wouldn't be showing that movie nowadays to these kids.
You think the 5th grade was what, 2 weeks ago?
Sometimes.
You've seen way too many horror movies to be a kid anymore. It's definitely just taking you over. But I want to say thank you so much for joining in. He's going to be here next week, finish it out with us, part 3 rather. Go check out part 1. But
yes.
Check out Sturdovision channel. Follow it, subscribe to it, hang out on it. Follow him at Sturdovision. or at Horror with Sir Sturdy. He's all over the place. The podcast is fun, and you're going to have a great time. Monster Video, a new show we are going to be doing.
All right, hang on. We are doing it, but I want to wait to announce the date because I'm telling you this right now. I just found this out. And me and my wife go to see these movies all the time. You know, the Poohverse movies. Bambi Reckoning is supposed to be coming out next Friday.
Okay. Listen.
If that's coming out, I got to push it back a week. But
we will push it back a week. But Monster Video is coming, and we will let you know the exact date.
Oh, definitely.
It'll be a great time. We've been working hard at it, so it's not like this being pushed back means that like we're not ready. We're pushing it back because we're adding fun things. We're putting the script together. So like this first episode is going to be wild. Make sure to join in for it. And guys,
yes, it's going to be a great time though. I'm excited for it. I already watched that movie 4 freaking times this week. Just to get it, I have to get it locked in and really.
You really did, and she's not so bad. I wouldn't mind taking her camping, but I do want to say if you do get a chance, another one we have. Does It Suck is all new. Jaws: The Revenge. We did all the Jaws films. We're doing on Does It Suck this. Actually, Does It Suck and is doing all aquatic movies, sort of horror films. And tomorrow night. Join in. Phasmo friends are going to be playing Phasmophobia 10 p.m. or maybe about 10:30. See us kick off. We are taking on the challenge tomorrow. We have to blind find the ghosts without any evidence. So join in for that. That's going to be a good time. We're going to have a really fun one. And there's going to be a show coming out soon. So I don't want to say too much until that's figured out. But
tune in.
Blumhouse. Blumhouse. And I want to thank.
If you watch Popcorn and Pints, you'll know what that's from.
That's true. And I want to thank our sponsors of this show and every show, Shenanigans Gentlemen's Club in Schenectady, New York. We truly love you and we truly appreciate you guys. If you want the best women in town and they're going to be entertaining you all night long, well, until they close, with great food, great music, and just great vibes, go down to Shenanigans in Schenectady, New York. And if you're hungry and you can't make it down there to see the ladies, get your wings. They're now on Uber Eats. All right, everybody. Thank you again. Paul, you got anything you want to say before we take off?
Yes, Sturdy. How do you watch that movie 4 times this week and you hate High Noon? I'm just going to leave it at that. That makes zero sense to me.
Boom.
How don't you?
Geez.
How don't you?
I'm not even going to unpack that. But you guys, it's still hot. Please stay hydrated. Take care of people. You have other people that work at car washes or doing deliveries, UPS. If you have an extra water on you, try to offer someone a water. Just a little gesture goes a long way. Everyone can use more water. Keep watching, keep listening, keep loving the magic of movies, you guys.
He's right.
And guys, until next time, I'm Mick Manhattan from the Scene Snobs. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you listening. I appreciate you following the channel and more. Go check us out all over at the Scene Snobs. But until next time, remember to stay snobby, stay cinematic, take care of others because that's very important, like Paul just said. Be kind. Bye, everybody.